G'day, how you going? Ian Appelis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my video. Today I want to do a moonlit cape or a cliff edge, something like that, over water. And it's only got minimal colours with a bit of retarder, so I'm going to show you how to use retarder in this. And it is a 12 by 16 canvas. I will have the colours and the size in the description below after the live has completed. Okay, and if you have any questions and you want them read out in my next Friday night live show, just simply ask a question in the comments of the video and I'll write them down and they get addressed in my next Friday night live. So get on over here and we'll get right into it, and I'll just show you what I'm going to do on the canvas before we paint. All right. Okay, I've got my horizon line. You can see the bottom and then you can see the top. It's way under halfway, and I've just drawn, get there you. There's my horizon line. I always say keep things in cahoots. So I want to, this is a bit of a bent thing, but if anything, it's still in cahoots with the horizon line. See this bit of the thing there? It's coming down. It's in cahoots with the horizon line, all right? This can be any colour, and it's going to be a bit of fun doing those things. I'll show you that. And we're going to have the moon way up there. Moonlit moon. It's going to be a moonlit moon. All right. So, phthalo blue is the colour, and a bit of dioxazine purple. So let's grab our phthalo blue. Or was the bottle clogged up? Yeah, it was a bit clogged. There we go. Now phthalo blue and a bit of dioxazine purple. I want a really dark mix. Maybe I shouldn't put that purple in, I don't know, but we'll see how we go. Now the trick is I've got to have this retarder in there as well. So I've got about a dollop there, all right? Now I'm going to get my putter on a brush and I'm going to mix those two colours deeply together, because they're a deep dark colour of the sky. And there's going to be some subtle but lovely clouds up there in the sky, just fluffing around like they do with the moon, hanging out with the moon. So we've got a bit of a dark purpley blue colour. Now I'm just going to go down to the horizon line and no lower. So I'll start up here. So you see me do my craft paint with retarder. Same thing, but different colour. There it is there. So I'm going to come across here just round about and up where my cliff is for sake there. And that's what I'm going to paint in. Now I can feel I've got a lot of dark paint up there, so I'm pushing it down. At the moment I'm just putting it on. I'm not worried about what's happening on the canvas yet. I'm just allocating that paint to all different areas of the canvas. All right, it's very thick. Look at that, it's very thick. Now what I'm going to do is just stroke it left and right like a gentleman and get it nice and evenly coated with the tip of my putter on a brush. Okay, all the way there, all the way to the horizon line. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now see there, I want a little bit of darkness there. Just trying to see where the light is. I had a tube of black somewhere, there it is. Carbon black. I'm just grabbing some black down here. I haven't washed the brush at all. I just want a bit of the black colour just down here. There we go. And that can fan up a bit, and probably a bit in this corner, and then stroke that as well. Very dark, but once we put the moon and everything in there, it's going to pop. Now I need to wash this brush because I'm going to need it again. Now we're going to get good old titanium white, okay, from the tube. I'll get all that pushed out as much as I can. And we want maybe a fan brush or 2 or 3. Every time I load my skies now, they've got to be washed. So first I want to get some of this titanium white. See how I'm loading my brush? This brush is dry as buggery. I haven't dampened it or nothing, okay? Now I'm just loading it into the bristles there. It's a hog bristle fan brush for those who want to know. And the main part of the brush I'm going to use is from there to the end. Okay, that's the area I'm loading and using. But now at the moment, oh, let's get this camera way up there. There we go. I want to get a little bit of something where the moon is. The moon's going to be about there. So little bits of whispery cloud in front of the moon sort of thing. Whispery, whispery, something like that. Now I'm going to put that down and I'm going to grab a blending brush. Where is my blending brush? Got a couple here. Now with a blending brush, you need to be wiping it constantly with a rag to wipe up the build off, okay? So, wow, I need my stool. I want to get this, touch and flick it out. Look at that, look what it's doing. Try and control those flick outs to a degree what you want, okay? I'll leave some of the vibrant stuff there. I don't want to dull it down all the one tone. Oh yeah, I'm just hoping for the best here, but I've been down this path before, so I pretty well know what's going on, because it's already got yumminess in it by that big glare there, okay? Stamp that, stamp it, stamp it. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of dark paint in there. That's why you've got to keep wiping the blending brush. Wiping it. Ooh, ooh. Now, I'm going to grab that brush. I'm just going to wash it down here. I'm not going to move the camera because I've got it all set up real high. And it's a bugger to move it again. So I'm loading it up with more white paint. And where's our horizon line? There it is there. So I want to create the top of the cloud first and then slowly come down. So we've got some whispery bits of it here, there. Now you can see how wet my canvas is. It's quite wet, and I want a nice, when the cloud's done, I want this bit here nice and bright. So I'm just kind of, I'm not doing this. Please don't do that if you want to learn to paint clouds the way I do. I get it, and I'm just sort of flipping over and making all sorts of cloud behaviour happening in the sky there. See what's happening? Boom. Now I'll start to blend that down a bit. Wipe your blending brush very well. I don't like that blue, it's very brush strokey, but so be it. It wasn't a good paint to... I'll do something with that. There we are. So I'm creating the top of my cloud first, and then I'm going to start bringing it down to the horizon. Wiping it as you go. It's pretty much a cloud lit up by the dark night, by the bright moon. Now I've got to wash that brush again because it's incredibly filthy. I'm dabbing it on a towel here. Grabbing some more of the white. Come in there. Now we're slowly getting the body of it down to the horizon here. I'm running out. You can leave bits of dark in the middle of that body of cloud. I'm not going to leave a whole band there, but I'll bits of it I want to leave in there, okay? So I want to join about this much. Leave some vibrant stuff. I'm just touching it and turmoiling it, twisting it. Now this is all going to come down to the horizon here, very dully like, but it's going to make out with that dark colour that I put there. Just blend it. Now if you see me doing this and you think, oh, I want to try it, good on you, try it, but please practice it. Don't just get into a painting and try doing it straight away without practicing. You've got to know how it's going to behave for you and how you can get your brushes to work for you, because you know what? Everyone uses brushes differently. Now I'm going to try and get this sweeping. So I've got to get a bit more white down the bottom. Into this black bit there. One about there. Oh, there. And then I can start putting the yumminess within this cloud body. So I'm twisting, turmoiling it, making all sorts of stuff happen there, okay? It's very wet, the canvas, full of retarder. It's allowing this paint to do what it's doing. Now see this how it's just all whispery and that? I don't like it like that. I'm going to try and make a bit of a body of something within there. I want the dull bits down the bottom. Now I'm going to put the yumminess in there. We've got one value of the cloud, one dimension. Wiping the blending brush, still constantly wiping that blending brush, washing the applicating brush. So I'm picking up beautiful, clean, white paint all the time. Now I want to create the bottom of this cloud. So coming along, and he's going to kind of come up from here. So if you can see what I'm doing, I'm trying to make this bit come up. Thank you, Chris Duffy, for that super chat donation. Much appreciated, my friend. Okay, so I'll get the bottom reasonably. I don't want to destroy all that brighter value there because I want it to blend up to here. And I'll just quickly look in the camera and see if it's, yeah, that's sort of doing something. I'm going to need another fan brush because I can't keep washing the same one over and over. It's going to take a month of Sundays. And we haven't got a month of Sundays here. Okay. I want some yumminess here. Like I said, that's where the moon's going to be. I'll do some more there. That noise is me blending the, wiping the blending brush, and keep that yumminess, vibrancy there. Don't wash it away. There we go. Can you see all these little dots? I'm not a fan of those. I like to sort of disguise them in as I'm blending as well. Because I'm trying to get different values of white within there, if you can see what I mean. Let's zoom back a bit, see if it's working. Oh yeah, what I can do is probably, I'll just, where's the camera? Is it there? Yes. I'll just get one along here, like that. Okay. Pull it out. It's up to you how you want to do a cloud. Apana Mogra, thank you very much for your super chat donation. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for that. Now, this isn't in the reference picture, but it's in my painting, because that's what you do with paintings. You make them your own. So I'm bringing this down to create the atmosphere. I'll tickle the tops a little bit. I've used a blending brush, the same blending brush. If you want my blending brushes, message me on Facebook, links in the description below. They're $45 US at this date in time, and I'll send them to your door wherever you live in the world. Now see the bottom? Bring it down to here. Oh, look at that. You can probably even, if that looks like rain and you like it, you can leave it there. I'll just show you, like, pull it down like that and you got rain, but I'm not going to have rain. I'm just showing you there. I want this pulled down to the atmosphere like so. I'll distort some of that a little bit just so it's not too uniform. Up here a bit, up here a bit, up here a bit, just to kill that crab shape it was forming. There we go, that's all right. Now, it is a night time, so I have to put some stars in the sky. And so I'm going to grab my, come down here now, my craft white, because it's thinner than that white. I'll grab a little bit of water, just onto the glass palette there. I'll slide that out like a sheet. And then I'll get the water in the water, and then I'll start incorporating the paint. Okay, now the paint on the toothbrush, to get it flickable, you need it just at the tips. See, it's not much on there, but it's flickable. It's wet and flickable. And work out in your sky where you want to put them. I just got to grab my stool because this painting's so high and I can't reach, so I'm just grabbing my stool. That way I can, if I'm painting comfortable, I'm not going to be uncomfortable. So I want to put some stars around here, okay? So before I do that, I'm just looking at that blue, and I'm going to get another blending brush. Where are we? And I'm just going to stamp those brush strokes out of it, because it's very, I think I overdone it with the what do you call it, the retarder. Not to worry. There we go. Now where's my toothbrush? Let's hope I don't ruin it. Okay, so I just want some stars about here, some up there, some in this top dark corner. That, oh, that's it, no more. I've gone and, where's my blending brush? If you see here, you don't have stars in front of your clouds, so wherever you can, just sink them back. And if someone notices a star in your cloud and they go, oh, there's a star there, just tell them to sue you. All right, brush there, brush there. Where are we up to? Oh, we've got to get that moon in now. So I'll just grab a simple pouncer, whatever pouncer size you want. Grab your paint. I'm going to grab the good craft, not the craft paint, the good titanium white out of the tube. I'll give it with a little bit of craft paint because it acts like water, it's wetter. Now you can see there's a star in that cloud there, don't worry about that. We're gonna boom-bitty boom. I've got some. That'll do. That will do. I'm going to grab a smaller brush, smaller filbert, just something to touch those swells out of the moon, like so. Just controlling what you've put on there. Okay, wipe that. Pick up a bit of bright paint. And if you can, just brighten up one. If you can, if you can't do it, I might do it later, but I'm trying to brighten up at least the bottom edge here. Oh, like I said, I was going to do it. I could have done it afterwards instead of using the time to try and do it. Big diggy hair hanging out there. But I'll detail this moon a bit better once I'm finished. I'm just giving you guys here the gist of what I'm doing. Use my mallet stick. There we go. And I'll scrumble him. Just scrumble some of those edges soft into there. Because what's happened is the painting itself is very wet. And now I've got to get some of this cloud, like in front of that moonlight kind of thing. Just now I bought new canvases and I'm not sure if these are going to work the same as my other canvas roll did. But anyway, that's that done. A little bit of brightness on this one here. Just about there. And maybe some underneath. Wipe the brush. Blend that down. Just where the moon's hitting it. Highlighting that edge there. Blend it down into nothing. There we go. A little bit more. Just stuff's been hit. Okay, now we'll get on with the bottom half of the painting. Sometimes you can't stop what you're doing, eh? Who's guilty of that? All right, that'll do. Now we've got to do the lower half, okay? Put that mouse stick back up there. White craft paint. Doesn't matter, it's got a bit of that blue on it. This has got no retarder in it because I need more. Didn't put enough down. I'm not doing an over lot of blending in this. Where's my horizon line? About there. Dry yours off, take all day if you want, mask it up, do whatever. There is, I might as well map this in as well if I can, just to prime it up. Once the video's finished, you'll see my nonsense, how it's coming into play, okay? So there, everything's primed at the bottom there. I'm brushing it left and right because that's the way I want the water to lay. We'll put phthalo blue there, a little bit more. Oh, where are we? You're not even down there. Phthalo blue on its own. Yeah, this is a different phthalo blue I'm used to using as well. It's very honey-like. Now we're just going to come across this white. That's why I hate moving the camera. Stroke that left and right. Now I want a bit of dark colour, so I've got me dioxazine purple. Where did I put that tube? Oh, bear with me a moment. Oh, it's right here in front of me. If it had teeth, it'll bite me. So get some dioxazine purple. I'm just going to wipe the build-up off that brush of that phthalo blue. Pick up the dioxazine. And I want a dark band out here, just about there. On the horizon line. Massage it in with that blue. Wipe the excess off. That's the horizon dark bit. Now we're going to grab a fan brush, and which is, they're all dirty. Let me just grab one and clean it. Now there's a few dark bands I want out there. So I'm grabbing the dioxazine purple with some of the phthalo blue. Okay. Where is that phthalo blue? Just mixing some more phthalo blue and dioxazine together. So I won't move the camera. Now from here, we're going to have a couple of bands of water. And when you have the white in the water, well, you need the actual darkness there to, look at that hair sticking out, to make it stand out. So I'm going to pull that back in a straight line. Is that digging my canvas or not? Just like this, just like that. Boom, bitty, boom, boom, boom. This is all underpainting, this stuff. Okay, we could probably have a darker bit there if you want. Okay, and I'm just going to get some from about here coming down to this point here. I'm just getting some darker values within there as well. Very minimal. And all that'll come into play once I put the white onto it, you'll see. You might be thinking at the moment, what's that? What is he doing? Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is either. Now, we'll leave that for a minute while we put the headland in. I'm just going to grab a... no, first I want to dry that, sorry. So, before I paint the headland on, we can map it in. I'll grab a flat. And what are we going to use? Just simple, I'll just use the black that I had on the palette down here. So I'm just going to use me black. And I'll just simply map in the headland, very dark colour. So it's going to come around here. Is my camera on there? Yes. and guess what? I didn't dry that either. Now when you're doing islands on water or anything out there, try not to have them sitting on the water. Mine is actually going to come from here. Okay, now I've got myself some new flat brushes. I'm going to get all the edge done first. Where's my mouse stick? And then I can fill it in. So this is going to be out there. Because on top of this dark colour that I'm putting on now, I can then put the highlights and mid-tone values on it, okay? So I'm just going to at least get it on there for now. I'm going to come along there. I'm going to come along there. About there. I'm trying to make that edge, if you know what I mean. The edge of it all, get the vibe of it all going. Let's get some paint on there, Ian. Come on. I just want to see, where's the, how long I've been going for? Does anyone know? I'm on the wrong one, that's why. Oh, it might say on there. Oh, 42 minutes. Get all that blocked in. Golly, this paint's... So there, that's coming this way, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Then, it's hard to see with all the black on it, but it'll make sense. Then I've got another one coming here, boom, boom, and it's coming pretty much all the way there in front of it all, okay? I'll get all that blocked in. Maybe I should have just used black gesso. I'm putting a lot of water with it. There we go, my goodness. Just seems forever and a day to get off the brush onto the canvas. And the good thing about acrylics, what I love about acrylics, I've said it a few times, doing stuff like this, you get to dry it and put your other layers on. But this, I'll let this dry on its own while we'll start finishing that water. If I can. There we go, I've got a bit of blue there. Let me just fix that up. Making sense? Yeah, I hope so. Now, the white paint. Wow, that's a dirty brush. I had it first time he got used and he got flogged severely. I'm going to use a medium one. I'll give it a go. Now I want to use the good titanium white out of the tube for this. So what I'm going to do is pretty much load up my flat brush. Okay, I've just loaded that up, chiseled it onto the edge of the brush. And I'll drop my mail stick, then I can pick it up. Now out here, we want to get the water. Where's that dark edge? See that dark edge I put there? You want to get that all. I just grabbed another one that's dry, just so I can pull. Oh no, it's dried already. Dried already on me. So I'm going to have to use this. I'm just sort of scruffling that back into the blue. And hopefully from a distance it shouldn't look too bad. A lot of froth over this side. I'm get rid of some of those skinny brush marks. Back out here. I've just changed brushes because that one's too new and it's doing strokes I don't like. Yeah, we got a lot of glary stuff out here. Getting hit by the moon. Yeah, this is an old worn-in brush. It's earned his keep. Now from this one here, I'll get that onto there, that dark bit. Get the brush on his edge and start pulling that back a little bit. Now this is a little bit less intense. I'm going to put some vibrancy on this to really peak it up as well. This is just the second part. But you get the gist of what I'm doing, I hope. Yeah. Oh golly, that can come down. Now see how it looks with none of the dark colour in there? And we've even got some little bits just radiating back as well from here. Very wet. I will fix that top bit up where I used that new brush on because it's a bit funny. And get something happening out here. Trying to get these straight. You notice I use the word in my videos a lot, try. I'll just try and get, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying myself as well. I ain't no marvellous artist. I'm just as easy or as hard to get a painting done like you guys are. There we go. Now I've got to just luster up the brightest edge there to make it look a bit real. So I'm going to dampen my brush, pick up some white, and I want to crisp up over here. So I don't want to go too far ahead. Just got to wash that little scrumbling brush again because I like using that as a beauty. I wish someone was here to make me a coffee, eh? Yeah. Would you like a coffee, Ian? Oh, I'd love one. How do you want it? Put it in a cup and a bit of sugar and milk. I'm just lusting this edge a bit. Out here. lusting it. What I mean by that is making it brighter. Now, flat brush, I'm getting me flat brush, giving it a wipe. Now that colour of the headland that I'd done there, what I'm going to do is grab that colour again, but a little bit. So I'm going to go with phthalo blue now. I don't know why that fan brush is sitting there acting all important when he's doing nothing. I've got the phthalo blue here and the white. So we're going to use some of this now, the titanium white. Is my camera on that? Yeah. And we're just going to subtly add the highlights into that headland. And knowing what's in front and what's behind. So I'll start from the top first. So nothing out there, nothing too much. It's here like this. This is the top. Bits of ridges there. Okay, bang. Now we just got all this sort of in and out, getting hit by light, different colours. Merge it together. I'm going to put another bit of a highlight on it as well, so you'll see what I'm doing. But that's kind of, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I'll bring in a little bit, get a bit more. Now I'm coming down here and fading into a dark bit. I've got to get the dark bit and put back, but I want this just jingling, where are you? Just jingle jangling out there. Don't want it too focusy because it's a long way away. There we go. I will grab, I'll keep doing this colour until I've, so I've got that there, and then this is going to come in front of that up there. So I want to get a little bit of this all scooting down as well, and a bit of lighter value here as well. Yeah. Now I'm going to grab another flat brush. Where's my other one? Yeah, here it is. Just so as I can have the darker colour on it. Where'd my black go? So here it is here. And now I'm going to put that, where'd that colour go? There it is there. Right there, bang. That's the next one. This one will be a bit lighter. Put you there. Now I'm going to get a bit more white into that blue. Just making it a bit more white. I'll just see if I have to dry it. I'm pretty sure I will. And now this headland is coming out over there. But bear with me a minute. Let me dry it, because see how it's mudding up? No good. Where'd my brush go? Here it is there. I've got them. I'll set it in water. So, where are we up to? A bit more brighter white, bluey white. And we're coming in front now, jingle jangling, pretty much making the top of this one the way it is. There, in front of that other one. And we're going to have some just edges of it coming around like that. Just basic stuff, really. You can backwards and forwards with this with the dark colours. How's that looking in there? Yeah, too white. I'm just putting a little bit more blue back into it. Now we're getting all this scrumbled. And then I'm going to get a bit of pure white, if I can without it dirtying up the brush, and try and just something like that. I don't know what you call it, modern art. It's just a, it's not a realism looking painting, but just getting the dark colour back now and trying to destroy a lot of that ugly brightness that I went there. There we go. And now just grabbing the white and grey, letting the grey, the black grey up, and this is coming in front of all that now. It's totally something different. Yeah, look at that, this canvas, the paint just scratches right down to the white. Let me try that again. Oh my. Not a fan of that. This is just jagged rock here. Yeah. Just kill that white a bit. It's a bit too loud anyways. It's a white now. Okay, now just to finish this off, where'd that little flat brush go? We just got to kiss the bottom of the headland down into the water there. Grab some white. I'll just put some titanium white out of the tube there. Just getting it on a flat brush, letting it get a little bit dirty. And where are we? Just get some, don't want it too white. Just the water out there, just kind of smashing against it there. Now what I wanted to do, but I don't think I'll have time, was, it's probably wet. Yeah, it's still wet. I wanted to put fog between the sky and the water, but I don't have time. I've got to look into that. Okay, I'm just putting a bit of blue tone into here as well, just to kill that grey. There we go. Can be detailed later. All right, let's put a signature on there and whack a frame on it and see how she looks. Where are we? I'll just get pure white, I think, down in this dark corner. And I want to thank all my patrons who support my content every month. Very much appreciated. If you want to be a patron and see what comes out before everybody else, there's a link in the description below. Message me on Facebook if you want to purchase any of the brushes that I use, a blending brush or the putter on a brush. And simply comment a question if you have a question you want to ask and be answered in Friday Night Live. We'll put a frame on this. Probably too big for my frame. Where are we? Yeah, that's not too shabby. Can you see that? We've got the moon up there in the dark sky. We've got some moonlit clouds. We've got a headland out here and some waves being lit up by the bright moon as well. And just remember, you can do it. All right, thanks for sticking around. I hope you liked what you saw. And if you did like what you saw, you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, just tell everybody, okay? Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.